Hello, and today's learning target is I can determine what makes an arithmetic sequence, the common difference, the zero term, and the next three terms. So let's define what an arithmetic sequence is. An arithmetic sequence is a series of numbers that adds or subtracts by the same number every time. I'm going to highlight that word there because we're going to talk about arithmetic and then another type of sequence in the next few lessons. Okay, so let's look at determining if the following sequences of numbers are arithmetic. And remember, from the definition, this is a series of numbers that adds or subtracts by the same number every time. So let's look at this first example. Between 3 and 6, that's plus 3. Between 6 and 9, that's plus 3. Between 9 and 12, that's plus 3. So, because we are adding 3 between every number here in the series, this would be arithmetic. The dots following 12 mean that the sequence continues on. Let's take a look at the next example. 2, 4, 8, 16. Between 2 and 4 is plus 2. Between 4 and 8 is plus 4. Between 8 and 16 is plus 8. So we are not adding or subtracting the same number between each term every time. So this would not be considered an arithmetic sequence. In fact, this is a geometric sequence, which we will learn about in the next few lessons. This last example here, 8, 3, and negative 2, between 8 and 3 we're subtracting 5, between 3 and negative 2 we're subtracting 5. So because we are subtracting 5 between each term in this sequence, the same term each time, this would be considered an arithmetic sequence. Now this next set of directions say, given the following arithmetic sequences, determine the common difference, the zero term, and the next three terms. So we know that we have an arithmetic sequence here. They're telling us that. So we need to first find the common difference. What is occurring between each number? Between 3, I'm going to zoom in here. Between 3 and 7, we are adding 4. 4 and 11 adding 4, 11 and 15 adding 4. So here I'm going to say CD for common difference is 4. Now, zero term. This 3 is the first term, 7 is the second term, this 11 is the third term, and 15 is the fourth term. So to find the zero term, I have to work backwards and figure out what plus 4 equals 3. And if it didn't jump out at you that it's negative 1, we could always reverse the order and say, what's 3 minus 4? So do the opposite of what's actually, what actually is the common difference. But we know that negative 1 plus 4 is 3. So the zero term is negative 1. Now the next three terms, if we continue this on, 15 plus 3 is 18. Or we're adding 4, excuse me. Oops. Adding 4, 15 plus 4 is 19. 19 plus 4 is 23. And 23 plus 4 is 27. All right, let's look at the next example. So with this example, between 6 and 4, we're subtracting 2. Between 4 and 2, we're subtracting 2. So the common difference is minus 2, subtracting 2 each time. Now for the zero term, again, if I label these terms, if I work backwards, what minus 2 is 6? Well, that's 8. So my zero term is 8. Now the next three terms, if I continue this sequence on, 2 minus 2 is 0, 0 minus 2 is negative 2, and negative 2 minus 2 is negative 4. Okay, let's identify if the following sequences are arithmetic or not arithmetic. If they are arithmetic, determine the common difference, the zero term, and the next three terms. So with this first example here, I have 2, negative 4, 8, and negative 16. So what's occurring between the 2 and the negative 4? Well, we are subtracting 6. Between 4 and 8, we are not subtracting 6, right? We are adding 8, and between 8 and negative 16, we are subtracting 24. So this is not arithmetic. Right? Because we are not adding or subtracting the same number between every term. Let's look at this next example. Negative 21 to negative 12, we are adding 9. Between negative 12 and negative 3, we are also adding 9, so this would be arithmetic with a common difference of 9. My 0 term, if I work backwards, what plus 9 is negative 21? That is negative 30. And if I want to find the next 3 terms, negative 3 plus 9 is 6, 6 plus 9 is 15, and 15 plus 9 is 24. Thanks for listening to this Arithmetic Sequences Day 1 video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.